Well, I've got somebody watching at least. I don't know who. It could be myself, as far as I know. Oh, is he having a party? Oh, I hope not. Oh, hello there, Anthony, Debbie B. Is that John? Hi, mate. Yes, that's John. Hi, mate. Got to do some magic later on. I'm going to pull a rabbit from my arse. So as this live stream, the new 8 o'clock live, because I'm going to try to go on every week at 8 o'clock. Every Friday, I'm going to try. Because I'm going downhill because I'm so unpredictable. Even here, I don't know when I'm going live. That's how bad it is. You know, even I don't know when I'm going live. I just get pissed off with like uh, just just a paranormal scene. I just really I watched Beardo when he says it's a load of pants and that. And I thought, yeah, you're right, you know. But then you get little snippets and nuggets, don't you? From these so-called paranormal experts that's been studying the paranormal for years and decades, and you know they know everything. You know, without Google, they'll know fuck all, would they? I'll Google that. Eh? I'll Google this. Yes, enough. And I've been studying that for some time now. Anyway, what did I call this video? The watches one. Oh yeah, that was it. Because of his video, you know, I thought, you know, summoning. Oh, for once in my life, for once, I've got it right. I've got everything prepared. You know, it's like being in the kitchen and preparing your evening meal. I've got everything on my computer. Good evening, Jamie. Jamie, ooh, what a nice boy you are, eh? Jamie, oh, lovely. Anyway, where are we? Yeah, right. The watches. Right. So I'm gonna have to share my screen. Right. So where are we? Try. I'm getting good at this now. You see, I'm just getting too good now. Eh? And yeah, later on, I'm gonna pull a rabbit from my arse. So you can't miss that because you all know for years that I've been into magic. I have studied magic for years. Have I? News to me. Right, there's so many. The dreaded copyright strike. Actually, he did make a video and he did copy somebody's video, didn't he? He copied somebody else's video, but he copy strikes you if you copy his video. What a two-faced twat. You know, well, I don't know. So where are you? There's so many. That's as far as I got. So, uh, do not try this at home, ladies and gentlemen. Leave it to the trained professionals.
Across all religions. I'm not a religious person, but I believe in angels. And I believe in positive angels.
Well, you believe in positive angels, you believe in demons, you believe in everything. If I told you the sky was pink and purple, you know, you'd believe it.
But there's also negative angels. But then there's a lot of the angels that we would commonly know as to be good angels that can have a wrath as well. And the watchers are people that will create, we're summoned for sorcery, for technology, but for many, many different.
So the angels with summoned Can I go back to that? Because I forgot what he bloody says. Sorcery, something.
And the Watchers are people that will create, we're summoned for sorcery, for technology, but for many, many different purposes. And some of them were really, really bad. And you've got people like Ezekiel, Amaris, Asbil, Azazel, all the way down to Yomiel, Ezekiel. So many different types of angels. But these collectively are known as the Watchers. There's about 25 of them in total.
No, the agency, Mr. No Sense. No, he isn't about 25 of them, is he? Hey, you haven't done your research again, have you? Hey, there's not 20. We'll find out later on. You know, you just carry on with your nonsense.
And so rather than pulling them in individually, they have a sigil, the same as a demon would. And there is a collective prayer or an incantation that we can use to pull in these people.
Yes, there is one, isn't there? Yes, but you don't know it, do you? Hey, you're just showing your followers what a complete prat you are, you know. So let's carry on, Mr. No Sense.
Now, I'm going to state from the outset, the same as I do from with everything we do.
Everything I do on this video it is complete fake and rubbish. Why did it say that? Why did it say, you know, I'm going to state from the outset that everything I do, I make it all up because I don't know what the fuck I'm on about.
We probably aren't going to be summoning these in. It's
well, we know you're not going to be someone in the later on in the video. You know, we're going to go through it, and we're going to like show your audience, you know, that you never did anything.
We don't know if we're ever summoning in the demon that we're intending to, or whether they're even real. But it's the intention of what we're trying to do. Is we're
it's the intention. So don't try this at home, lad. Don't try this at home. You know, don't.
We're opening something up, and we're pulling something.
You're opening something up, are you? Is it a can of soup? Are you opening a can of soup?
And the evidence will speak for itself.
You're right there, mate. The evidence will speak for itself.
But we will go along as if we 100% believe that we are pulling through the angels and we're going to investigate.
So you're not even quite sure, are you? We're going along. What did you say again?
Into whether they're even real. But it's the intention of what we're trying to do. Is we're opening something up and we're pulling something through. And the evidence will speak for itself. But we will go along as if we 100% believe that we are pulling.
We will go along as if we are 100%. So even he don't even believe what is going on about. Even he don't believe his own bullshit. So we'll go along 100%.
Through the angels, and we're going to investigate on that level and see what happens. Now, Nikki's going to be doing the sigil again for us, like she always does, because the rest of us can't.
Shit, basically. Shit, you can't do it, can you?
Draw for shit. And it should be quite interesting. Now, some of these people were fallen angels. Some of them were angels that were supposed to have sat at God's side. But some of them spanned several religions. So you can't just categorize them all into Christianity or to Judaism. They span several religions. So it should be very interesting. So stay tuned.
Right, she's drawing the circle now. And it's dominating. We've got some very nice music. I think and this is what is supposed to be when he's summoning, this is like the ritual thing that you have to stand and do the enchantment, you know, to bring out the Watchers. clue what that fucking was either. So she's drawing it on the phone, obviously. So I don't know what website he's got it off. But so there it is. So Inspector G.S. Rant comes across this one. Right? And if you can read it there, because I'm that thick I can't read, something in a black book or some spells and rituals and carry on. Oh, here it is. The invocation of the Watchers. Oh, they're up. So that's a symbol if you want to get the Watchers. She drawn the wrong symbol. She drawn the wrong symbol. I think she's drawn the wrong, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. You know, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Now we'll go on here, look. You know, so he says it's 25. All right. We click on this. Blah, 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 blah. Fallen angels mentioned of the 20 watchers, not the 25, 20 out of 200 apparently. God, there's a lot of bloody fallen angels, isn't there? Look, I can't read that. Also a list of the leaders of the 200 fallen angels. And there's like 20 watchers that look after these 200 fallen angels. You know, you'd think you'd get his story right, wouldn't you? You would. You'd think you'd get his story right. And these are the list of it, like you click on it, like, look, again, this demon was the 13th watcher of the 20 leaders of the 200 fallen angels that are mentioned in the ancient works. Called, you know, so like, he ain't got a clue what he's talking about, does he? You know, so then we'll go back on. Now he's going to do this summoning.
Sarati Shah, Mushi Lipshuru, Rushi Shah.
Now, I've got to remind you, you've got to remember all this because I've got to show you something in a bit. So you've got to remember this, you know. So bloody listen.
Shah, Limnuti, Izanima, Ilani. Rabuti, Shimi, Yabu Dhabi, Dinidina, Alakti, Limna, Alsiku, Nushi, Ilani, Mushiti.
I'll just say one thing, is he ordering Indian or Chinese? Because I like a bit at this stage. It's just plain my manner. I just think he's ordering a Chinese or an Indian.
Yeah, Mass. Sarati.
What did you want to be dressed? I've been dressed.
East Mass. Sarati. Vaedu Mass. Suratu. In Masuratu. I conjure thee by the fire of Gira, the veils of sunken Verloom, and the lights of Shamash. I call thee here before me, invisible shadow, beholdable form, to watch and protect the sacred circle. Make thee, of the name unspeakable, the number unknowable, whom no man hath seen at any time, who no geometer measureth, who no wizard hath never called. Call thee here now, rise up, I summon thee. Rise up, I summon thee. Cease to be sleeper, the guru. Cease to lie, awaken beneath the mountains of Kerch. Rise up to the pits of ancient holocausts. Rise up from the old abyss. Come by Anu. Come by Anel. Come by Enki. In the name of the covenant, come and rise up before me. Imas, Zaratu, Imas, Shita. I summon Ananiel, Arakiel, Armaurus, Asbil, Azazel, Barakiel, Material, Bezalel, Chazakiel, Daniel, Kokabil, Tanamu, Ramil, Samael, Sameaza, Saphariel, Shamsael.
I'm just going to stop it there, and I'm going to show you this one here. Right. Because this is the ritual where we got it from. Right. This is what he's reading here. And it reads out this passage first. So if I go back,
Shah. Sarati Shah.
Right, so oh no, that's the other one. Something Matmashas, or so let me
Rushi Lipshuru. Rushi Shah. Limnuti. Izanima. Ilani. Rabuti. Shimi. Yabu Dhabi. Dinidina. Alakti. Limna. Alsiku. Nushi. Ilani. Rushiti. Yamas. Surati East Mas. Surati. Baedu Mas. Suratu. Imas Suratu. I conjure thee by the fire of Gira, the veils of sunken Verloop, and the lights of Shamash. I call thee here before me, invisible shadow, in beholdable form, to watch and protect the sacred circle. Make thee, of the name unspeakable, the number unknowable, whom no man hath seen at any time, who no geometer measureth, who no wizard hath never called. Call thee here now, rise up, I summon thee. Rise up, I summon thee. Cease to be sleeper, the guru. Cease to lie, awaken beneath the mountains of Kerch. Rise up to the pits of ancient holocausts. rise up from the old abyss.
So there you go. So they go to his, so he's copying all this, right? And apparently to some of these demons, right, this is a ritual to summon the Watchers, which is a spirit that will protect you and your circle while working your magic. That's where I'm going to pull the rabbit out my arse. That's where I'm going to pull the rabbit out because it's going to protect me, isn't it? It's going to protect me. But he didn't say nothing about magic in that video, did he? Hey? But it said this is a ritual to summon the Watchers, which is a spirit that protects you and your circle while working with your magic. Hey? He said it was going to summon demons. He said about magic, did it? It requires you that you summon it before attempting any of the following rituals, unless otherwise stated. Right. And then it goes on. It needs a bowl made out of any material. What's that? Referred back to the testimony of mad. I don't know what that is. And if you can read it, right, it needs to set on fire. And you will also have a sword. Well, he ain't got no bloody sword with him, has he? So in other words, all that what he's done was a load of bollocks, wasn't he? Well, there's the waste of time. He didn't even do half of the ritual it told you to do. He just picked what he wanted out of it to make it look a good video. Yeah, it's a good video. It mentioned magic, didn't it? We're going to do a ritual to protect us from doing magic. No, I'm just going to summon demons. I'm summoning demons. Hey, summoning demons, yes. Anyway, I'm going to pull a rabbit from out my arse. Hey, so here it comes, a rabbit. Oh, hang on. Oh. Fucking hell, it's a demon. It's a fucking demon. What are you doing, Mr. Bones? It's supposed to be a rabbit. Not a fucking Mr. Bones. Fucking hell. Hey? Of course, I'm rejected now after this summoning, aren't I? What's this? What the heck is he chanting about? Nah. John, just bow out gracefully. You're making yourself look a right knob. He can't, can he? He can't. Can't bow out. He wants some money. Doesn't work, does he? Well, he says it works. He works as a YouTuber. You know, it's his full-time job. You know, to fill your heads with bullshit and things that are not true. And people believe him. And if they want to believe him, that's up to them. You know. And if I will just show the gullible side of him, that he just makes it all up as he goes along. You know, I could be like the rest of them. What is it? The Shape, Beardo. I call him People because I can't pronounce his name. But I could be like them debunkers, don't it? And I like them. And I like watching all the little cuts because when they make their videos, you can see all their little cuts where oh shit, I've got it wrong again. I've fucking got it wrong again. I'm gonna fucking cut this and put a fucking right. See, when I do it live. You know, so if I make a fool of myself, I make a fool of myself. You know, It doesn't really bother me. You know, if I get it wrong, I'll apologise and say, all right, I've got it wrong. In fact, every time I do a John Sixpence one, I always get it wrong according to him. Everything I prove that it comes out of a load of bullshit and that. Hello, Mr. Pepper. Oh, Clyde Pepper's joined. I'm getting pissed, Clyde. I'm getting pissed. Anyway, he should be in bed. Can you hear the kids, Clive? Oh, you love that, don't you? Because Clive, he loves kids, he does. He'd love to hang them from a tree. Because they make a noise. But like I say, that summoning was a load of bollocks. Well, I spent about 2 minutes. I watched that video and then I Googled a couple of things out of that video. And in 2 minutes flat, that's what I found. And I thought, well, I'll keep them on my desktop. You know, I found like the ring that the person standing to. I found the chanting he's supposed to do, which he never got anything right. So no wonder why no demon turned up, because he didn't do it properly. He didn't follow the recipe. You know. Oh, I'll have a little bit more. Oh, it's going down well tonight. Oh, better than it did last night. Oh, so hot, so hot. It's like it's still 21 degrees here. I don't know what it's like where you lot are, but bloody hell. I went outside for a bit and it started to spit with rain. And we haven't had rain yet. It looks like we are, but like I say, no wonder why you don't get anything, because he doesn't do anything properly, does he? He makes it up as he goes along. You know, he sees something on a website or he sees something on a video, and he thinks, "Oh, that's interesting. I'm an expert." You know, that's what he does. He just thinks he's an expert. He'll come on and he'll say, "I've been studying this with all his other things that he's studied, that he's got." You know, like all his 3 degrees. Or all the 3 chunkies. Oh, I can't fat shame people, can I? Can't fat shame them. Even though I'm fat, I'm getting fatter every day. You know, I've gone from a 34 to a 38. It's 18 here in North. I love North Wales. My grandmother come from middle, about the middle part of Wales. My grandmother did, and my mother, before she married a Yorkshireman. But then if you live in the hills, it's going to be a lot cooler. Lots of wind. See, I like South Wales as well. I like Haverfordwest. And the bit about North, well, the middle of North Wales, I would say, is like the Devil's Bridge, that type of area. Welshpool. Because I've been around Wales quite a lot when I was younger. When I used to be a new age hippie, yes, would you believe that? I was a new age hippie. In other words, a bloody gypsy. You know, I used to take a tent with me, and I used to go from pop festival to pop festival, uh, taking like the D word. That is so terrible, so terrible. It's like I was in town today. Yeah, I've got this bloody thing on. Look, it bloody itches like out sometimes. Ugh. I went down town today, and just sitting down on over the bridge in Anglesey. Hey, the prisoner. Hey, the prisoner. But I make sure they don't lock you in. Hey. Anybody watch that? The prisoner. Was it Ian McCollum? Can't remember it. They did that over in Anglesey. What's the closest I've been to Anglesey? Is that port where you catch the ferry to go over to Ireland. Forget what it's called. Memory's gone. There's a port near before you go over to Anglesey, and you go over to Ireland. Holyhead, that's it. Yeah, I've been there. And then I went to the other port, Fishguard, because Holyhead was closed because of the winds. They had a gale force 9 or something wind, and you couldn't get on a ferry at Holyhead. So they transferred it down to Fishguard. I went to Fishguard to catch the ferry over to Ireland. And that was still gale force 9. And I thought, hang on a minute, what's the difference between going from Holyhead to Fishguard? You know, except for the time it takes. You know, it's quicker to go from Holyhead to Ireland than it does from Fishguard to Ireland, apparently. But like, unbelievable. So anyway, I'll just share my screen again, because like these are all the demons, right? That you can summon, and if I go over them like that, it tells you what they do. Is a fallen angel to the second mention of the 20 watches, leader of the 200 fallen angels in the book of who taunts the sign of the earth to humans during the day of, I can't read that, Joy. But like if you do the Wikipedia, look, God's watches in Daniel. You know, the watches. A watcher is a typical type of biblical angel. The word occurs in both plural and singular forms. So that means the watcher and the watches. You know, plural, watch. Because that's plural. Be a basic English lesson for you that don't really know English like me. But apparently, watch is plural, and or is it singular? Yeah, singular and plural is watcher. That's I was taught if it's got an S on the end, that's how I was taught. Like in the book of Daniel, the 6th century BC, where reference is made to his holiness of the being, is that see that this is where it all stems to this book. It stems from that book, the Watchers. And then, like in Daniel, in the book of Daniel, there are 3 references to the case of Watchers, holy ones. Well, because I'm not really a believer in the Bible, I did study it a bit when I was younger, you know, and I just thought it was a load of bloody nonsense. I just thought it was like it's just a way of controlling people in that day and age. I really did. So I just thought like the Bible is a controlment. But like I say, if you go to this website, and like I say, that's the enchantment that this one here, look, that's what he used. And he used this bit as well. He used that bit. If I can remember, I'll leave a link to this after the video. I'll link it if you're interested. But like it tells you the things that you need to summon the demon. Like I said, a bowl made out of any material, refer back to the testimony of Mad. So if I do that, copy that, and I put that in and I paste it, let's see what we come out with. So the chest enemy. Oh, yeah, we'll have a bit of that. We'll have a bit of that then, shall we? The chest enemy. It has been dubbed Wrecked Day. So I got to do with it. Yes, please. One of them replied, "Can you give me some information about it?" I sat down and began to pursue the book. Started to see the preserved scriptures in which it was written. So, what's all this got to do with with this, the testimony? So we have to go here for the testimony. So we have to read all this. And there's none of this, is he? And he's when he's going on about his summoning, is he? There's nothing.
Come by Anu. Come by Anel. Come by Enki. In the name of the covenant. Come and rise up before me. Imas Zaratu. Imas Shita. I summon Ananiel, Arakiel, Armaros, Asbil, Azazel, Barakiel.
Is he repeating what he says? Is he repeating? for me, blah, 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 at this point. Rise up before me, La Masse. Is that what it's repeating there? Look? Because I don't know. I just know it's a load of bullshit. You know, he hasn't done anything. You know, this is like a summoning for magic, and he's telling everybody it's a spirit. They're going to summon demons, but it's like a protection for magic.
Material. Bezalel. Chazkiel. Daniel. Kokobi.
And that Daniel bit comes from here, look. Good watcher in Daniel. God, this bloke is. And then.
Between what? The door between
them and us.
If it says worlds, I'm going home. And I'm not even lying. Because this is coming through with such interesting information.
And what gets me is they're supposed to be in that circle for protection. And they all are to me. Eh? They're supposed to be standing in that circle for the protection. Does it say that? Let's a quick find out. It says when the watcher appears, it may take on any number of forms. It could appear as a fierce dog. Oh, I wish Dick Woody would have had off then, wouldn't he? Or a warrior with a mighty sword. Whatever he appears, with the most important thing to remember is always make sure that both of the circles, well, he's only got one, ain't he? He's only got one circle. Did I read that right? Most important thing to remember is always make sure that both of the circles, which are drawn on the ground with flour, she's using salt. She's using salt, and apparently you're supposed to be doing it with flour, which are drawn on the ground with flour. God, this gets better and better and better, doesn't it? Eh? This just gets better and better. You know, so it's trying to bring in devils and all these devils and angels, you know, and he hasn't got a clue what he's doing. You know, they're doing it with salt when it's supposed to be flour. Oh, God, I'm getting hot again. I'm getting sweaty. Oh, I'm going to have a drink outside in a minute. I'm going to take my little chair, and I've got a balcony. Oh, oh God, my feet. But if you can see it, I've got a balcony out there, look. Oh. But if you can see it, oh, you can't see it, but there's a balcony there. Oh, and I put a chair out there and I sit out there. I've got a little Bluetooth speaker here, look, and it's connected to my phone, so I can put YouTube, and I can listen to music through my speaker, take my drink out and have a little drink. So anyway, I'm going to go because I'm not stopping on for long, but there you go. It's summoning of the devil or the Watchers. You know, he didn't get it right at all, did he? You know, it's fooled all his followers. His followers believe everything he says. You know, but we have just proved that what the website is used to like summon these angels or demons or whatever, and he hasn't got a sword, he hasn't got a bowl. There was a bit in there where you're supposed to draw blood or something. But like I say, when I finish the video, I will put a link in to the website that I found. So I do thank you all for watching. Have a very good night, and I'll see you next week.